Chex, and I am so excited to be with you today because the votes are in. If you watched our last video, you would have heard me asking whether you would like to carry on with more new recipes, or if you'd like me to read more stories, or learn the sounds of the alphabet, or learn to read three-letter words. Well, everybody voted and the votes are in to make more recipes while we learn some blended sounds. As you can see over here, today's blended sound are the letters T and the letter R. And when we put them together next to each other like they are there, it makes a tr sound. Can you think of some words that start with that strange sound? Is my spoon in the way here? There we are. T-r for train, truck, tractor. Those are words that start with a t-r sound. There are also names that start with a t-r sound, and remember, we always start names with the big letter, not the small letter. So here's the big letter T for names like Tracy or Troy. I wonder if you can think of someone's name that starts with a t-r sound. What about Trixie? Let me know in the comments if you have a name that starts with a t-r sound. Back to our recipes. Today we're going to make a trail mix. Trail mix. Where I live in Sydney, Australia, the weather is warming up. I'm starting to wear t-shirts, no more long winter jackets, and I went on a trail walk this weekend. It was a dirt track, track, and I tried really hard to go up to the top of the mountain, and the view up there was beautiful. Now, with such a big long trek, I had to have some trail mix with me. And the best thing about making your own trail mix is that you leave no trace of rubbish on the trail. Remember, if you take your own container, like this one, there's no rubbish to be left behind on our trails and our tracks, because that makes our land dirty. And it also makes the animals think that it's something to eat, and then they get sick. So we're going to make our own trail mix today, and we're going to leave no trace on our trails. I've started because some of the ingredients had to be microwaved. So today my recipe comes from a lady by the name of Michelle. Yes, Michelle. Adventure Stories by Michelle. Thanks for the lovely trail mix recipe. What we have to do is get a cup of your favorite cereal. I chose muesli because that is my favorite cereal. Then you have to get a spoon of butter. I have made the recipe a little bit smaller because it was only 2 of us on the trail. I didn't need a whole lot of trail mix, but I promised to post the actual big recipe on this YouTube channel in the comments. Okay. So I've got a cup of my muesli cereal, not cereal, my muesli. You can choose any cereal you like. I took 2 spoons of butter and 1 spoon of honey, and I put them in a separate jug in the microwave for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, okay? And then I had to pour the melted butter and the melted honey together over my muesli, and then I gave my muesli a nice big stir. Now when you read the actual recipe in the comments, you will see that it should have a serving of instant pudding, I think it is. Instant pudding, just reading my recipe down below. That's right, so I've adapted my recipe to suit what I had in my home. I didn't have any instant pudding in my home, so I chose honey instead. And then I had to microwave the muesli, the butter and the honey together again for 2 minutes in the microwave and stir it up so that it's nicely mixed. Now comes the part where you get to add all of your favorite ingredients. When you're going on a big hiking trail, you need energy. And as you know, the food that we eat gives us our energy. So I've got a little container here of mixed nuts. If you don't eat mixed nuts, you can choose another healthy option, like maybe coconut or like maybe soy sticks. Whatever you like, pour it into your muesli mix and give it a good stir. There they are, the nuts are on top. Let's give it a good stir up. Oh, don't spill it out the jug. Make sure your cereal and your other ingredients are mixed together nice and evenly. Now, we know that lollies have sugar in them. Sugar gives us a little bit of energy, but it also makes us very sick if we eat too much. So we need a little bit of energy on our trail. I'm going to put just a few lollies in. Just a sprinkle. Shall I bring it closer to you? You can see I'm not in my usual spot at my desk. I'm in a new home at the moment. I'm away from home. So let's sprinkle a few little lollies into our muesli mix. That should do it. And we mix those lollies up. Yummy. Isn't that looking good? That's delicious. Whoops. The recipe, the actual proper recipe is called Dirt and Worms. Because that's what you find on a trail, isn't it? Dirt and worms. Yummy. That does look a bit like dirt and worms, doesn't it? Okay, I'll put my empty dishes on my table over here. There we are. And then, for a bit of extra dirt, I'm going to use some chocolate sprinkles. This little box has a very convenient spout on the side. There it is. So I'm going to sprinkle them in. Ready? Oh, that's looking like dirt and worms, isn't it? There you are. Remember, not too many because these are also full of sugar. Can you see the dirt and the worms on top? Doesn't that look good? Let's mix them up together. Oh, that's going to be such a delicious trail mix for my next trek. That's another thing. That sounded a bit like trick, didn't it? I said trek for my next trek. But that reminded me, some of you might be celebrating Halloween soon and you might go on a trick or treating. Trick, treat. Okay, if you really want to, I don't think I will. I think the chocolate sprinkles were enough. You can break up some chocolate bits or even some biscuit pieces into your trail mix and stir them in. And then what you get to do is lay it. I need more space. I'm just going to put all of this on the table over here. There we are. Then what you do, nice big flat container, and you sprinkle it in nice and flat. Oh wow, doesn't that look good? It's going to be such a delicious trail mix for my trek up the mountain. Okay, there we are. Use your spoon to flatten it a little bit. And there you have Dirt and Worms trail mix for your next trek. I can't wait to hear about all the ingredients that you put in your own trail mix. And I'm so glad you joined me today, boys and girls. Remember, have a look for Adventure Stories by Michelle in the link below in the comments. Bye for now. Delicious.